Hello, yogis. Thank you for coming to your mats today as we prepare to stretch, flow, and lengthen. Let us begin cross-legged or in a kneeling position in the center of our mats. Let's take note of our posture here, letting the sits bones root down towards the floor and feeling pulled up in our upper body, lengthening out through the crown of our head. Palms can either be down to feel more grounded today, or they can be facing up to feel receiving of all of the beautiful energy around us. So let's begin and take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Seal the lips and we begin to inhale and exhale only through our nose for a count of 4. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. On your next inhale, hold at the top. And as you exhale, constrict the back of your throat, exhaling through the nose, making the sound of crashing waves. Inhale together. Inhale. Hold, constrict the back of the throat. Exhale. 2 more rounds of this on your own. Good. Blink the eyes open. That was our Ujjayi breath. This is a breath you're going to want to come back to all practice long. If you're holding a pose and it feels like you just can't make it, focus on your breath. Listen to your body always, but focus on your breath. Let's inhale together. Arms come up, reaching up out of the waist, gazing up at the hands. And exhale, bring those hands to the heart. Inhale, breathing, arms come up above the head, reach out of the waist, and as you exhale, bend the right arm and with the left hand, grab the right elbow. Pull it into the center of the body and we stretch out the right tricep, lengthening out of both sides of the waist. Stay here and breathe. Or take the left hand behind the back of the hand touching your back, and see if you can get those fingertips to interlace, or maybe just touch. Inhale here. Exhale, bow down to the earth. Inhale, breathing, upper body comes up. Release the bind in the hands, and let the hands fall to the mat. Inhale, breathing, arms come up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, breathing, arms up, extending out both sides of the waist, getting tall. And as you exhale, bend that left elbow, grabbing it with the right hand. Pull it into the center of your body and get a nice stretch of that left tricep. Inhale. And on your exhale, see if you'd like to take that arm variation. See if you can get those fingertips to touch. Inhale here. And exhale, dive that body down to the earth. Inhale, breathing, come up. And exhale, release. Both hands to the knees. On an inhale, we're gonna use our hands on the knees to help pull our chest forward, opening through the collarbones and gazing up. And as you exhale, tuck the belly button into the spine, hold onto your knees, tuck the chin, and round the back, hollow out your belly. Seated cat-cows. Inhale, breathing, chest comes through. Exhale, hollow and round, letting all the air out of the belly. Inhale, breathing, chest is out. And exhale, round, round, round. Tuck the chin, tuck the pelvis, tuck the belly button in and hold. 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 Big inhale to release, arms up above the head. And exhale those hands down to the heart. We're gonna come on over to our hands and knees here. Those same cat-cows that we just did, seated, we're gonna do kneeling. But this time, we're gonna take our fingertips and spin them back towards the knees. A little different stretch for the forearms here. So as we inhale, drop the belly, lift the chin, lift the tailbone, and exhale, push into the ground, round the upper back, tuck the chin, tuck the pelvis, and hug the belly into the spine. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the chin, lift the tailbone. Feel that stretch in the forearms. Exhale, round the back, tuck the chin. 2 more rounds of this on your own breath. Moving as slowly as feels good for your body today. And remembering that when we do things slowly and carefully, we assume total control. Last one, come on back to the center. Tuck the toes underneath and gently shift the hips back towards the feet, trying to keep the palms on the ground. Good. Breathe. And gently release those hands from the floor. Shake them out from side to side, maybe up and down, like a little birdie. Good job, everyone. Now, release the toes. We're gonna take wide knees, big toes to touch. Inhale here, and exhale, walk those hands out to the front of the mat, wide-legged child's pose. Fingertips are spread nice and wide, palms grip the mat, and just allow the forehead to fall down to the floor. You can rock your head from side to side here, massaging into our third eye space where our intuition lives, our inner teacher, our all-knowingness. On your next inhale, come up onto the fingertips, and as you exhale, walk that body all the way over to the right side of the mat. Plant the hands, drop the head, and drag those hips to the left back corner of the mat. Breathe into the left side body, as if somebody had a rope around your waist and was dragging it over to the left back corner of the room. One last inhale here. Come up onto the fingertips and pass right through the middle as you make your way all the way over to the left. Plant the hands, drop the head, inhale, lengthen out through the spine, and exhale, drag those hips to the back right corner of the mat. Breathe breathe into that right side body, feeling a deep side stretch from your right hip point all the way out to your right pinky finger. On the fingertips on an inhale, and walk back to the center on an exhale, drop the head. On your next inhale, we snake forward into cobra or up dog. So we're on our hands here. We're either on our knees or the tops of the feet, lifting the knees off the ground. Our chest is pulling through. Our hands are planted into the ground. Energy is pushing the floor away. The gaze is up or straight ahead. Exhale, drop the knees and send the hips back to child's pose. Let's do that one more time. So as you inhale, round through the spine, drop the hips as you lift the chest, press into the tops of the feet and lift the knees, gaze is up. Exhale, down and back, child's pose. Here we go. Inhale, snake forward to upward dog. This time, lift the hips up to the sky. Roll over those feet and make your way back to our first downward facing dog. Knees can have a nice generous bend in them, or heels can yearn towards the mat, lengthening out the lower body. Walk the legs one by one, bending one knee, followed by the other, getting two hips in one line. Heels together, toes together, big inhale here. Exhale, sigh it out the mouth. Next inhale, come up onto the toes, bend the knees, walk, step, or hop to the front of the mat and land in a forward fold. Again, bend those knees one by one, warming into this forward fold. On your next inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins, gazes forward with a flat back. Exhale, fold, bend the knees, and round yourself up one vertebrae at a time. Head and arms come up last. Hands to the heart. Good job. Release the hands to your sides and find about a hip width distance between your feet here. I'm gonna face you here so I can see. Inhale, breathing, both arms come up. Interlace the fingers and let the palms face the ceiling. So a nice different stretch for the shoulders. As you reach up out of the waist, feel your heels grounded into the mat. Feel your thighs moving away from your hip joints. Inhale, reach up, and exhale, gently bend to the side. Hold and breathe. You can gaze over at your elbow. Breathe. Drive the side of your foot into the mat. Inhale, reach a little further. Exhale, push back up to stand. Inhale, reach back out of the waist again. And exhale, bend to the other side. Lengthening out of the waist. With each breath, feel your intercostal space fill with air, the space in between the rib cage. Can you turn your gaze up to the elbow? Can you bend a little bit more? Inhale, exhale back to center. Inhale, re-extend out of the waist. And exhale, hands down to the side. On your next inhale, interlace the fingers behind the back. Pull the hands down towards the floor as you open through the chest. Gaze is up, stretching the fronts of the shoulders. Inhale here, open the chest. And exhale with the hands clasped. Dive forward. Let that head hang. Let the hands move forward towards your head. One more inhale here. And exhale, release the clasp in the hands and let those hands fall to the mat. Forward fold. Shake out the head here, yes and no. Let the head hang like a bowling ball. From here, we're gonna widen our feet, heel toe the feet out, about the width of the mat, or whatever width you need that your fingertips can at least graze the ground. We're gonna plant our left hand in the center of the mat and take the right hand to the right hip. On an inhale, you extend and lengthen out through the back. On an exhale, twist at the belly button and gaze up at that right elbow's pointing up at the sky. On your next inhale, see if you can extend the arm. As an option, you can take that right hand, place it behind the back, or see if you can grab onto the inner left thigh, helping you twist open, open, open. It feels so good to open up to something, to reach for something. Inhale and exhale, right arm comes down. Take a moment in the center and fold. Next inhale, right hand plants, left hand to left hip, left elbow up at the sky. Inhale as we find space in the spine. And exhale, twisting at the belly button, gazing up at that left elbow. Maybe we extend the left hand up to the sky as we take our twist. Left hand stays here, or back of the left hand comes to the lower back. Maybe you reach around and grab that right inner thigh, pulling the chest open even more. Left hand up on an inhale. Exhale to the center, fold. Good, good. Now before we come out of this, we're gonna place our heels in, toes out, setting up for goddess pose. So there's a nice generous bend in the knee here. Toes are out, heels are together. We lift the upper body up. Maybe arms come up for a full expression of goddess pose. Hold and breathe. Inhale, and on an exhale, hands come to the inner thighs. Let's stretch out our shoulders as we inhale, drop the left shoulder in, and exhale, come to center. Inhale, drop that right shoulder, and come to center. Take a few more rounds of this with your own breath, flowing with movement and breath. In yoga, we match each movement to an inhale or an exhale. By focusing on the breath and the postures, we are able to clear our minds from unwanted thoughts and make room for the positive, vital energy to flow through us. Meet in the middle, inhale, and exhale. Straighten those legs, arms come up, and hands come to the heart. Shake out those legs a little, they might need a little break. And on our next inhale, we're gonna turn both toes towards the right as we set up for warrior two. Both toes facing the right. The heel of your right foot should intersect with the arch of your left foot. Legs are nice and wide, arms come out to the side. Gaze at the right fingertips and bend deeply through the right knee. Warrior two. Feeling grounded in the lower body. Someone could come and push your lower body and it's not going anywhere because you are planted into the ground. The upper body free to move in any way we'd like. One more breath in your warrior two. Good job, straight in the front leg as we move into triangle pose. So inhale, extend out of the waist, and exhale, windmill the arms. Right arm comes down to meet the shin, and left arm up at the sky. Twisting at the belly button, chin is in line with the left shoulder, and gaze is up at those left fingertips. Your right hand can be higher up on the shin, it can be lower down near the ankle, or maybe your fingertips are all the way to the ground. Twisting at the upper body, reach, breathe, and exhale, spin that left hand to the ground. Two hands framing that right foot. Spin the back foot so both toes are facing forward. Bend into the knees slightly and step that left foot in about halfway. We're gonna inhale with a flat back and exhale, drop the belly, chest, forehead to the knee, pyramid pose. Hold and breathe. Now we're deeply stretching into our right hamstring. Take a moment and focus on bringing the right hip back and the left hip forward. Two hips in one line. Good, breathe. Coming up onto the fingertips, press into that front right foot. Squeeze and flex the inner thigh. Arms come together, biceps framing the ears. Activate the core and see if you can roll up one vertebrae at a time, landing with arms up above the head. Exhale, face the center. Let's do it on the other side. So both toes, all 10 toes actually, not just two, we have 10, facing to the left. Arms come out and we bend into the left knee, finding our warrior two, making sure that the knee is not going over the toes, pressing into the outer edge of our back foot and feeling strong in our lower bodies, tall and lifted in our upper body. See if you can floss the upper body here without moving the legs. One last inhale. Exhale, straighten the front leg. Adjust your footing as we extend out of the waist. And exhale, windmill the arms into triangle pose. Right arm comes up. I wish we were in child's pose. It's one of my favorites. Breathe wherever you are and twist at the belly button. One last inhale here. Exhale, spin that top arm to the ground. Both hands frame the foot. Step the back foot in about halfway, two toes facing forward. Inhale with a flat back. Exhale, belly, chest, forehead to knee, pyramid pose, and breathe. Left hip moving backward, right hip moving forward, two hips in one line, and definitely feeling this in the left hamstring, you guys. Woo! Come up onto the fingertips. Squeeze that left thigh, press into the left foot. Both hands come off the ground and frame the ears. Squeeze the core and roll up. one vertebrae at a time. Come to face the center. Walk forward to the top of your mat and let us take a vinyasa. Heels and toes together. We're going to inhale, arms up above the head. Exhale, dive forward, forward fold. Inhale, breathing, come up halfway with a flat back, hands to shins. Exhale, fold, bend the knees, plant the hands, and step, walk, or jump back to a high plank position. Inhale the heart forward over the fingertips, and exhale, bend at the elbows as you lower yourself down, chaturanga. Flip over those feet as you push the chest through for upward dog. Drop the knees, take child's pose. Just for a moment. Next inhale, roll forward into up dog. And exhale, push those hips up, roll over the toes, downward facing dog. One deep breath here, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Inhale, breathing, come up onto the toes, bend the knees, step, walk, or hop to the front of your mat in a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, bend the knees, and roll up one vertebrae at a time. Arms and head come up last. And exhale those hands to the heart. Good job. Let's take chair pose. Big toes together, heels to touch. Arms come up above the head. Exhale, we sit down into the chair. Knees together, so you have one big knee instead of two. See if you can extend your bum back even more, like you're sitting in an invisible chair. Pinky fingers turn towards you. So you're opening up out of the chest, kind of like you're holding a huge beach ball in the air. Good. Now hollow out the belly, lower down without your belly touching the thighs. Come all the way down to seated on our mats. Let's grab onto the backs of the thighs. Remember how we hollowed out our belly to do the breathing exercise? Hollow it out again and roll yourself down. Lower back, middle back, upper back, shoulders, and top of the head come down last. I'm gonna hug my right knee in and leave my left leg out long. Taking little baby circles with the knee in one direction and the other. Squeeze that knee into the chest on an inhale, letting the right arm come out to the right, gaze over the right thumb. Let the right knee fall over to the left side of the body, supine spinal twist. We're gonna stay here for a few breaths, letting gravity decompress our spine. Inhale, breathing, hug that knee back in. And we switch. Left knee comes in, right leg out long. Hug that knee into the chest and take little baby circles to the right. Little baby circles to the left. Hug that knee into the chest again. Left arm comes out to the left as that left knee falls over to the right side of the mat. Whew. This is your free chiropractic adjustment for the day. Honestly, this pose, I do this every single night before bed. I do it every single morning when I wake up. because I am prone to tightness in my lower back. I used to see a chiropractor 3 times a week for years until I discovered yoga, this amazing practice where we can adjust our bodies with our own bodies. Now, soles of the feet together, knees come out wide, almost like a butterfly position. This is called Supta Baddha Konasana. Letting gravity open our hips. The hands can be out to your sides, palms facing upwards. Take 5 or 6 breaths. Feeling the earth support the weight of your body. Letting your muscles relax and surrender to the floor. We did a lot of holding of poses today, so you should feel really, really strong. Now is your time to just let it all go. Good. Using the hands, help close those knees up like a book. And we're gonna take one final pose in inversion. Basic inversion pose. So your palms are down to the floor. Your legs and feet are up towards the sky like you could push the ceiling away with your feet. And we breathe. Inversion poses are so amazing, and this is the most simple variation that there is. You can also do this pose against a wall so that your legs and feet are supported by the wall, and it's a little bit of less effort, but you're still getting all of the same benefits. All the blood rushing from your lower body down back towards the heart to be circulated back to the body with new fresh oxygen, fresh prana, life force energy. Your legs might start tingling a little bit here, and that's okay. You are doing it right. Now hug both knees into the chest. Grab your elbows, your wrists, or your forearms and squeeze yourself up into a tiny little ball. See if you can get your forehead to touch your knees. Good. Now release and roll onto one side into a fetal position. A position of renewal, rebirth, where you can integrate everything from today's practice and birth it out into the world in the form of your own authentic energy. Take a moment here. Gently press yourself up to seated. Inhale, breathing, arms come up above the head. Exhale, take the hands down towards the heart and bow the head slightly in gratitude. Know that wherever you are in your yoga practice, this is a practice, and it is your practice. That is all it is. You keep coming back to the mat. You make it fun, you make it enjoyable, and you watch as both your postures improve, your energy improves, your affect improves, and as does your life. Thank you so much for being on the mat with me this morning. I hope to practice again with you all soon. Namaste. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more and more yoga flows. Until next time, yogis, keep spreading your yogi love and light into the world. The world needs you.